Hello my darlings, it's Dion Dean. Welcome to another video. Excuse my hands guys, I'm not wearing my wedding ring because I had an eczema flare up, and so my hands, I don't know if you can kind of tell, they are a bit swollen. And so one day that happened to me and I couldn't get my ring off and I panicked and was almost about to go to the emergency room. So when I feel a flare up coming, I just take off my wedding ring. So don't get worried, okay? Me and my boo are all right. Okay, so this is going to be a very kind of fun, special video. I have been spending a lot of time in Miami now that I'm off for the summer, and I'm getting to just do more thrifting. So I'm spending more time in Miami, and it dawned on me that I probably should do a video for those of you who are coming to South Florida to thrift, because our situation here in South Florida is different than other thrifting situations. Have it be in Chicago, Dallas, New York, DC, Atlanta. These are places that I have thrifted. But it's very different. The landscape is different down here in South Florida. So I want to prepare you for that, okay? So really quickly, we're going to go over my list of 5 things that you need to know in order to thrift in Miami. Are you ready? You got your pen and papers? You guys know I'm an educator. So I need you to always be ready, okay? All right, so the first thing you want to do when thrifting in Miami is you always want to bring cash. Okay, in South Florida we have a quite famous thrift store here in Hialeah called Red, White, and Blue. All of the thrifters know about the store. Coming in from out of town, people know about the store. It is infamous. Rightly so in some cases. I found great vintage pieces, great designer bags there. And once again, it's a thrift store, so it's hit or miss. It is really, really huge. So if you're coming to South Florida and you want to go to Red, White, and Blue, they do not take card or check or anything like that. So you have to bring cash. What I would do is err on the side of caution. Bring more cash than you need. They do have an ATM in there, and they do have a supermarket where you can go pull out cash. But I'm the kind of person, I don't want to have to like leave my stuff and have to go get money. No, just come with how much money you think you're going to need. Actually, come with more, okay? Another thrift store that's like this is World Thrift in Lake Worth in West Palm Beach. So for those of you who are coming to West Palm, you're coming to Boca, coming to Lantana, that store is also cash only. And so that's why I say always bring cash. Goodwill, Salvation Army, Thrift Sense, other stores like that, yes, they do take card. But once again, the 2 big ones here in South Florida that a lot of people like to go to do not take card. And so I don't want you to get down there and be like, what? Nobody told me it was a cash only, and then you have to leave and get parking, because parking is atrocious, okay? I'm just letting you know that right now. The second thing that you should know is to bring your bags. Bring your own bags. Goodwill recently became a bag-free store. And so if you're going to go to any of these Goodwill out the bins, if you go to the bins here in South Florida, West Palm, Fort Lauderdale, and Miami, if you go to any of the Goodwill superstores and you're like stocking up, maybe you want to, you want to do a huge haul, you better have huge haul bags. Huge haul bags. So if you're going to the bins, maybe you bring trash bags, maybe you bring garbage bags, or you just have like your regular shopper bags. They do have shopper bags on sale for 99 cents. I've gotten a few of those and I just reuse those. When I go to the bins, I usually have like a lot of bags with me anyway. Not anyway, but like in the back of the car, because I know that I'm going to the bins. So number 2, definitely bring your own bags, especially if you're going to the bins. There is nothing like getting 50 to 100 pounds of bin items, them getting up there, and then be like, oh, we don't have bags. How am I supposed to get this home? And once again, they do have bags. You can purchase them for 99 cents, but I feel like, why are you gonna give them your money, right? Just go to the dollar store and get some trash bags. You know how we do, right? All right, so this is gonna be the third thing, and it was funny because I was talking to my girlfriend about this. She's coming down in a week or so, and she wanted to go thrifting, and I said, girl, you better get your Spanglish together, because ain't nobody speaking to you in English, regardless of your race. They're looking at you. I could be Cuban, I could be Dominican, I could be whatever. My beautiful brown skin means nothing down here. They're going to speak to you in Spanish first, okay? And sometimes it's Spanish only. The Goodwill in Cayocho, Spanish only. The Goodwill Alapata, they're bilingual for the most part. Red, White, and Blue. A lot of times it's the first language, and so they're going to speak to you in Spanish first, and then if they see that you're not understanding, they're going to speak to you in English. I grew up in South Florida, so I understand for the most part what people are saying to me. But if you're coming from out of town. If you're coming from an Arizona, if you're coming from Minnesota, wherever you're coming from, and you're coming here and you're like, I'm gonna go thrifting, and then all you hear in the stores, they're playing Spanish music, they're playing salsa, merengue, they're it's the culture. It's a beautiful culture, but it's the culture here. So learn a little bit of Spanish, learn some Spanglish, learn how to get along, because you may get a sales associate that does know English and a sales associate that does not. And there was a situation, it was one time where I had a salesperson who did not, and I was trying to ask her something pertaining to the color of the tag or something like that, and she just looked at me blankly, and I was like, okay, what is red? Okay, rojo. How do I say ticket? B-A, no. Bile des French. Okay, hold on. So I'm going to my Rolodex. I'm like, I need to know the Crayola, the Espanol. I don't know how to say red ticket. Is this red ticket half off? I don't know how to say that in Spanish. I don't. Teach me, guys. Teach me. So learn a little bit of Spanglish, and do not be offended if they speak to you in Spanish first and then follow up with English. It's just the beautiful culture and the cultural landscape that we have here in South Florida. I love it. I love going and hearing Mark Anthony and the Calle Ocho store, because I just love Mark Anthony. But all right, number 4. There is more to Miami than Miami. So I have a lot of people that'll DM me, slide into the DMs and say, I'm going to be in Miami. Where should I thrift? Okay, so Miami is not Miami that you see on TV, right? So when somebody says they're coming to Miami, 95% of the people that DM me and say they're coming to Miami are going to South Beach for a girls' weekend of some sort, and they're going to be on South Beach. To my recollection, there are no thrift stores on South Beach. So when you're coming to Miami, you need to be aware that Miami is not South Beach. And if you want to go thrifting in Miami, know that you're going to need a car. So that's like part and parcel. So Miami is not like Miami. So if you're coming to Miami and you want to go thrifting, you're going to need a car or some Uber money. The closest store to South Beach, I'm going to say, is the Goodwill outlet in Allapattah. Okay, so the Goodwill outlet is attached to the Goodwill store. So there's the outlet and the store. So there's that Goodwill, there's Goodwill Calle Ocho, there's Lotus House Thrift. So if you're staying on South Beach, I think those 3 would be your best bet. Some of you may be coming to Miami to visit family and you're in Kendall or you're in Aventura, right? They're both what people consider Miami. It's actually Miami-Dade County, but you need to know what part of Miami you're going to be in, and then you can decide on where you're going to thrift, because Kendall has a whole bunch of Goodwills. Coral Gables has Goodwills. Aventura, Hollywood, well, that's going into Broward, but Dade County is huge. So you need to know what area of Miami you're going to be in, and then we can have the discussion on where you should thrift. I have a thrift guide. It's at diondean.com/lists, where I've broken everything down as far as neighborhoods. So that may be something that you want to invest in if you're coming into Miami, so that you know exactly like where you can thrift. But you will need a car. There's like it's not a Chicago where you can literally like hop on a train, hop on a bus, and you're there, boom, bam, boom. It's set up like Dallas or a lot of the other metropolitan cities. You're going to need a car. Okay. So the fifth and final thing, and I'm very passionate about this because this happens to me every time I thrift. You need a phone bank. You need a phone bank. Don't just be, or a charger in your car or something. No, I would say a bank that you carry in your purse that can charge your phone when it dies. Do you know how many times, especially because I'm out here filming, my phone will die? And you can't park anywhere in Miami without the Pay by Phone app, okay? So my phone has died, and I'm like, oh crap! Wait, I need to renew my time on the Pay by Phone. I'm like, oh, I ain't got no juice. So I have to literally leave my stuff, because you know I'd have made friends at all these thrift stores. So I'm like, Mama, I need to leave my stuff here. And they'd be like, oh, okay, leave it here. So leave my stuff, charge my phone for a little bit in the car, Pay by Phone or whatever, and then go back into the store. That's happened to me way too many times. And I have a phone bank, but I keep on forgetting to charge the phone bank. So I drain the phone bank. Jesus, take the wheel. I drain the phone bank, don't charge the phone bank, then my phone runs out and I'm out of luck. And so, number 5 is bring your phone bank. Like I said, most of the places here, if you're parking, street parking, you have to pay by phone. So if you're going to South Beach, pay, and you're you're driving, pay by phone. Calle Ocho's pay by phone. Anywhere in Coral Gables, pay by phone. Not so much in downtown Fort Lauderdale, pay by phone. And so you don't want to be out there and not have enough juice to renew your parking and have a $125 ticket over something that you could have just charged at your house. So that's it. Cool video. I was just like, you know what? I need to make a video about this because nobody ain't talking about the real of what thrifting in Miami is like. So what did I say? Hold on. Number 1, bring cash. Number 2, bring your bags. Number 3, speak Spanglish. Brush up on your Spanglish, girl. And maybe a little Creole, okay? Para Creole. There's more to Miami than Miami. Part and parcel of that is get a car. If you're in Miami, if you're visiting Miami, thinking about renting a car, and then if you're thinking about parking that car, make sure that you have the pay by phone app, okay? And number 5, charge your phone. Bring a phone bank so that you do not run out of juice, especially for those of you who are reselling and want to check the comps. I've had many times where I try to go to, an eBay or whatever, and the phone's like, womp womp. I'm like, dang, should have charged my phone. All right, love you. We never pay retail. Leave your comments below if you thrift in Miami. Let's talk about the funniest situations that you've had while you're thrifting in Miami. Or if you're coming to Miami and you want to thrift, you can definitely go to my guide. What is it? SoFlo thrift stores? Something like that. It's DionDean.com/lists. Hope you enjoyed this video. Love you. We never pay retail. Bye.